aka the Young Madden OG, man. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you know whenever I upload. I'm here today, you know what I'm saying, to give you guys a video so how you can improve your defense. You can come out in a basic formation and just get ready, because this video is going to be kind of long, so just get ready for it. It's really going to help you. It's a tutorial. It's not just like one of my random videos. But we're going to come out in one of the best pass plays in the game, which is called the levels wide sail. So we pretty much going to be in this formation for a few minutes. So we're going to pick levels wide sail. Everybody runs 3-4. So we're going to come out in the 3-4 odd. But right before we go through the 3-4 odd, what I should have done, I should have went to my depth chart and subbed in my fastest players or whatever. But we can show you that when we exit this play. So we just gonna pick. It's gonna come out and let's pick cover. Let's pick Tampa 2 for now.
Here we go! Here we go!
So as you can see the play art, I'm on offense, of course, and you got Doyle. And you have, it's a 2 tight end set, 2 tight end, 2 wide receivers. And I have 2 of the best tight ends in the games. Two of the best tight ends in the game on the Colts. So I'm just gonna show you this play and why is it kind of effective. So we're just gonna hike the ball. We can hit that running back in the flat each time. So maybe 5 yards, maybe. But we just gonna repeatedly do that. It's going to hit the running back. You see, we're picking up about 5 yards a pop, right? So, in order for me to get that running back in that flat, not running back, get a linebacker in that flat, and take away that route completely without me having to use that route. So what I can do is hit right on the D-pad twice. And that's going to bring up my linebackers. And you see circle. I want to hit circle because that's the guy that I want to send into the flat to cover that running back. I'm going to hit circle once, and it brings up the adjustments, right? So you see on the play zone, on the left pad, or left D-pad or whatever, it says, well, left D-pad or left stick, it says seam flat, hard flat, curl flat, vertical hook, right? So if I hit left on the D-pad, that's going to put my linebacker in a hard flat. Now watch how I take away that route, just by making that simple adjustment. See that? He gets no yards. It's that simple. If you know what your opponent is doing and you're anticipating what your opponent is doing, right? Again, I'm coming out in the same play, right? I'm going to hit the D-pad twice. That's going to bring my adjustments. I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to hit circle. I either can put him in a hard flat. If you look to the right stick, I can put him in man coverage. So I can hit up on the right stick, put him in man coverage of who I want him to guard. You see? So I want him on Marlon Mack, and Marlon Mack's icon is R1. Right? I got a little cold today, but you know, it is what it is. I'm still gonna put this video out. So you see, now he's manned up on Marlon Mack. So again, how I do that, I want to hit right on the D-pad twice. 1, 2. That's gonna bring up my linebackers for the assignments. I'm gonna hit circle because I want him guarding Marlon Mack. Now I want to hit up on the right stick, and that's gonna bring up individual coverage. And I'm gonna hit R1 because that's Marlon Mack's icon. All right. So I'm gonna hike the ball. And he got stuck. He got stuck on the D line for some reason. That was crazy. Again, I'm putting him in man coverage, Marlon Mack. It's gonna bring him and he got caught up on the tight end because the tight end going on the route, and he's sitting right there on the tight end. So we're gonna bring him up about right here. And you see he's still manned up on Marlon Mack. So we're gonna hike the ball. I gotta take my icon off him. I'm sorry. Let me do it one more time. I gotta put him in man coverage, and I got to take the icon off of him. So I'm gonna put him on the DT. Sorry about that. So he's manned up. He's manned up on. As a matter of fact, let me move him out the way again. Put him right there. Not right. Too far out. Put him right there. Take the icon off of him. I'm doing the same play, and he should meet my running back in the flat. See? Well, the man coverage didn't play him that well, but the point was you can also man up the running back instead of hard flatten. But again, you can bring up his adjustments by hitting right twice on the D-pad. Hit his icon. You can hit left stick on the you either can hit left on the left stick, or you can hit left on the D-pad to put him in a hard flat. It really doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So you hit right on the D-pad twice. Let me cancel it. Right, circle, which is his icon, Bruce Irvin. Right, that's who it is. No, that's B Burns. I'm sorry, circle. And you either can hit left on the D-pad or left on the left stick. All right, so now you're gonna have him in a hard flat. You can move him out if you want to. So he's gonna cover that area. He's gonna have a hard flat in that area. So right here. I'm sorry. When I put him in a hard flat, I keep forgetting to take this icon off him. So we're just gonna move him out just a tad bit. Right, his icon, hard flat. Now let me move the icon again. Jesus Christ, I'm just cutting up. So now you're gonna do is hike the ball. You see, he's putting in the hard flat. I keep forgetting to take his icon off, but that's pretty much how you adjust any linebackers, right? And you see the Tampa 2 look right here, right? This is how a Tampa 2 looks like. And what also you can do, you can hit right to bring up your linebackers, right? You see a 3-4 represents 4 linebackers. You got square, which is a linebacker. You got triangle, X, and circle. That's what a 3-4 represents. If you look at the D line, you got 3 defensive linemen and you got 4 linebackers. That's what they call a 3-4, right? So whenever I see this on when I'm playing online, I know for a fact he's in 3-4. So I know what plays to run against 3-4. So if I'm in a nickel package, then I know for a fact I'm gonna have the advantage because he's playing 4 linebackers. I want to make him come out to this coverage because this is a good run defense. But anyway, you can see the play art. You got 4 linebackers, 3 defensive linemen, and it's all kind of different adjustments you can make, right? So if I want to bring up my adjustments for the linebackers, I want to hit right. It's that simple. I want to hit right on the D-pad twice. That brings up my linebackers. They changed the defensive adjustments from last year. So say if I want to make put Luke Kuechly, what's that? Luke Kuechly or whatever. If I want to put him in a deep blue, I want to hit X, and that brings up his adjustment. So when I hit a middle third, I can hit up on the D-pad, or I can hit up on the left stick, right? So now look at my play art. You see what I'm saying? If I want to put him up on man coverage, I can hit right. I can hit X up on the right stick. If I don't man him up on the tight end, I hit whoever icons is X. You see what I'm saying? So now I got him manned up. If I want to hit right twice again, put my defensive end, my defensive linebacker in a hard flat. Now you see the adjustment. Now I got him in a hard flat. I got my outside linebacker. I got Luke Kuechly. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying his name, but I got him in man coverage on the tight end, and you're able to see the play art, and you know that this tight end over here, he's going on a post route. He's gonna come upfield, then he's gonna break out to the corner just like that. So I got my best linebacker covering my tight end, and now I can take this guy right here and using him cut off the middle of the field. I'm just adjusting to what my opponent is doing. Like if I see my opponent coming out on that play, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I got him in a hard flat, I got him in a cloud flat, and I can also press, you know what I'm saying, and have him kind of press down like that. you know, because he's playing a cloud flat and he's a hard flat. So watch how my adjustments just shut this play down. And all I gotta do is just lurk everything, anything coming across the middle, and just be patient. So I'm gonna have to get off the linebacker because I don't want to have the linebackers just sitting there. So we're just gonna hike the ball. You see, I got my tight end, but look, see how the safety is gonna jump that route? It's that simple. I'm working two controllers. It's all kind of adjustments like that. Just what a lot of people don't know. Like, okay, let's look at the play art, right? This is the play art, and watch how I just make my adjustments. Hit right for my linebacker, put him in a hard flat. Just bring down my safety or whatever. I can press. I can baseline hit by hitting triangle and hitting left on the right on the right stick. And what baseline represents, when you hit baseline, all that does is put everybody in their natural position. You see what I'm saying? If I reset the play, if I baseline again, then that brings everybody back in. If I baseline one more time, you know what I'm saying? That switches out everybody. If I press, you know what I'm saying? That brings everybody back down. Being that I was using him, my icon stolen him. You see when I press, it just brings everybody down in the box. So if I hit square and LT to reset the play, then everybody pretty much go back to their natural position. But baseline is just, you know, it just puts everybody back in their natural position. But like when you see your opponent's play art, you want to adjust to the play art that you're seeing. So that's why I made the adjustments that I saw. So if he kept dinking and dunking to the running back in the flat, I want to put a hard flat over there. If he keep throwing corner routes, I want to have some purple zones or you know, cloud flats over there. So, and you can also, you know, make other adjustments as far as like your cornerbacks. You see my cornerbacks are on cloud flats, right? So if I want to put my cornerbacks in man, all I hit is triangle. I got 4 DBs. So I got square, triangle, X, and circle. Those are my 4 defensive backs. 2 safeties, 2 cornerbacks. Right? So I want to hit square, and man him up on T.Y. Hilton. I hit triangle again. Circle, man him up on the tight end. Right twice, put my defensive linebacker in a hard flat. Now check out my coverage. You see what I'm saying? And this guy right here, this linebacker, he's on the line of scrimmage, but when you hike the ball, he's going to play in this area right here, and he's responsible for this area. So if this guy, that receiver right here goes all the way back, he's going to follow him all the way back. And if he comes across on a drag route, he's going to follow him up to you by right here, and then he's going to play this area. But you see the play art. It's all kind of things you can do. And you can hit right twice again, hit triangle, put him in a deep blue. You see what I'm saying? Now you got a cover 3 look. You just adjust to what your opponent is doing. If he's running drag routes, I'm going to reset the play, right? And I'm going to reset, I'm going to change the play art on offense. This is the original play art, but I'm going to put my tight ends on drag by hitting triangle, X, and down on the, you see that it says drag, I'm going to hit down on the right stick. And I'm going to put, I don't want my 2 tight ends to bump each other, so I want to put triangle, and I want to hit right on the D-pad and put him on the end route. Right? And I'm going to block my running back just for extra pass protection, because you know block sheds in practice is crazy. So I want to hit triangle, bring up my icon, I want to hit R1, look at the bottom of the screen, it says pass block, hit R2. It's that simple. So let's adjust. If he keeps throwing drag routes, right? Watch how I take away these drag routes. Alright, so I'm gonna hit this is the play art. I can hit, you know, right twice, bring up my linebackers that I know for a fact Jack Doyle is coming on a drag route. Put him up on Jack Doyle and man, right? I hit right twice again, hit circle, hit up for man coverage on the right stick, hit triangle because that's the guy I want him on man coverage. Now look at this. You see what I'm saying? I got Thompson when he comes on that dragger. I got him waiting on Jack Doyle. I try to man this guy up. Or they won't let me put they won't let me man him up on triangle. But I'll show you another example. I can hit triangle twice, hit X, then put him on Jack Doyle. Now you see, I can cross man him, right? So if I got that going on, I can just put him on. You see the area that I'm weak in, right? I can get beat over top, right? So I'm gonna have to make sure nothing gets behind me. If I know for a fact that he's blocking, I can put my safety or cornerback on the left side. I can put him in deep blue like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get beat deep. And all I gotta do is just lurk underneath and lurk across the middle. That's just if if I know for a fact that all he's doing is a drag route on second and short, third and short, fourth and short. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my icon on him and just look at the drag routes. And I got everybody cross man. So check this out. I'm gonna hike the ball. You see, Ebron still got open because he's a good tight end. But you was usering that linebacker.
Let's go.
So
70 ending.
all you would have to do in an instance like that, you saw him getting beat. All you had to do was just follow him and take away that read. He had nothing else open. All right, but we can jump into let's jump into another play so I can give you another bad example. See what formation we can come out in. Let's come out in a nice deep crossing route or something like that. Let's come out in the P8 counter go. What we can do, let's match personnel with personnel. So we can come out in let's come out in a cover 3.
Here we go.
So whenever you online and you're playing someone, if I see somebody come out in 3 wide receivers, I'm coming out. Let's say 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. I'm gonna match personnel, so I'm gonna go nickel. Most of the time, I'm gonna go nickel or big nickel. So if I see somebody coming out in I-form formation, they got 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. Obviously, he's running the ball. So what I want to do is I want to come out and match personnel with personnel. I'm going to come out in 3-4, 4-3, 4-3 wide, 9, 4-6 to match personnel with personnel. So if I see him coming out in, depending on the formation, but it seems like 3-4 is the reason why a lot of people run 3-4 so much because it's so versatile, and you can take out some of your slowest linebackers and put in your fastest linebackers. So you pretty much have a hybrid coverage. You can stop the run and you can stop the pass out of 3-4. But you got to make sure you make that adjustment in your depth chart and move people around. Like far as like, if I got a slow middle linebacker, I'll take him out and put like my fastest right outside linebacker. If I got a faster middle linebacker, I'll take him out and just take him out and put in the areas where I know for a fact that he's going to be effective. So you can also take out defensive end and put a linebacker in that spot. Different formations you can put in different coverages. Like some nickel formations, you can take out the linebackers and put in safeties. Like the nickel normal, nickel 2-4-5. Every formation has a different name for different reasons. Like nickel 2-4-5, the reason why it's called nickel 2-4-5, you got 2 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. 2-4-5. 3-3-5 odd, same thing. You got 3 defensive linebackers, but you got 5 DBs or something like that, and it's called odd for a reason because I think one of the linebackers he's on the line of scrimmage, but he's on the opposite side. It's a reason for what I'm saying, the name of the defense, like quarter and dime, you have more DBs than anything. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's called nickel and dime because it's fast. That's your fast package. 4-6. You got 6 linebackers. You see what I'm saying? and you got a couple safeties, maybe one cornerback, two safeties, one cornerback. It's a reason for everything, and you'll be amazed if you know the actual concepts of the name of these defenses. So you know what I'm saying. So you can match personnel with personnel. So I always match personnel with personnel, depending on what my opponent. I always wait for my opponent to come out and what he's coming out in first, so I can match. I never pick my defense first, and that's how a lot of people get their behind kick online, because you're wondering, you know, why I can't stop this, why I can't stop that, because you didn't match personnel with personnel. So this is one of my favorite plays right here. So I'm gonna block my running back, I'm gonna screek my tight end, and I'm gonna put Rodgers on a slant route like this, and I'm gonna set him. I'm gonna put him in motion, and I'm just gonna hike the ball right now. See this ball right there. It's one of my favorite plays. Well, he almost caught that ball. I got to take my icon back off for the linebacker. Once again, I'm gonna press coverage. Not press coverage. I wanna screek my tight end. I can drag or slant my slot wide receiver, block my running back, and bring him over in motion. Once I see the guy don't follow him, I know for a fact that he's in zone. And I'm looking for the circle route right here to get over. I usually caught that. I clicked onto my wide receiver and I made the play. Because if I waited a second longer, or the ball took a second longer to get there, that safety was going to jump that route. So if I know for a fact that my opponent is running, so once I see his personnel and the name of the formation, he's going to do the same thing again because he got a first down on that play. So this is how I'm going to take that play away, right? So I'm going to make the same adjustments on defense, drag my slot wide receiver, I'm going to bring him in motion, then I'm going to hike the ball, I'm going to block my running back. So I'm going to base the line, right? And you see this cornerback that's on the deep blue to the right side? I'm going to hit triangle, triangle, circle. Now I'm going to put him in an outside quarter because the outside quarter stops any deep corner. So you see his icon now? You see it looks a little different than the previous play, right? So I'm going to press, bring him down, but I'm going to leave him in that spot. So now I can also, I know for a fact that guy was coming on the drag route. So now I can hit my my defensive adjustment on my linebackers by hitting right twice, square, man him up on triangle, right? Just like that. And I pretty much got everything else covered. I'm going to get on this linebacker right here. And I got a deep safety right here, so he's going to play anything that's coming up the middle of the field, because the tight end's coming on the streak. And this guy right here, if nobody goes in this area right here, he should match up on this wide receiver. But just in case he don't, I'm gonna hit triangle, triangle again. I'm gonna man him up just in case. You know what I'm saying? So you see how he's manned up on the the wide receiver. So now all I got to do is just lurk anything coming across the middle. If I got more time, I can spot one of these guys right here by hitting left twice on the D-pad. That brings up my defensive line, triangle, QB spy, left on the right stick. You see now he's in a QB spy. So now I'm gonna hike the ball because I'm making adjustments on two controllers, so it's kind of hard. So now we're gonna look for that crossing route, and we're gonna look for that drag. Whichever ones come open first. So we're gonna put him in motion. Remind him I got him manned up. Yeah, I forget to see that corner route right there. You see how I made the adjustment and I took that away. There was nobody completely open. I should go into an instant replay, but I'm gonna I didn't got off on my running back. I mean my linebacker. So let's make those adjustments again. I just hate having to do two adjustments on two controllers. We're gonna baseline, triangle, triangle, circle, outside quarter, QB spy by hitting left twice on the D-pad, triangle, left on the right stick. Gonna man him up, triangle, 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 man up the inside wide receiver. This is what the play art is gonna look like. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna use it anybody. I'm just gonna put this hook zone, the linebacker. I'm gonna put him in a deep third like that. So I pretty much got everybody manned up. Now I'm gonna hike the ball. Well, I gotta make my adjustments on offense.
Delta.
Drag route, block my running back. Okay, now we got
Go.
bring him in motion.
Ready,
Hike the
go.
ball. You see, I got him open. You see, it took me so long to make that read.
Here we go. Here we go.
You know, I wound up getting sacked. So now, you go and make my adjustments on offense real quick. Block my running back. Now I'm going to make my adjustments on defense. Defensive line press, triangle, triangle, circle, outside quarter, defensive line spy, left twice on the D-pad, triangle, left on the right stick, right twice, man up my linebacker on the slot wide receiver. I'm gonna bring him over here because this is where the running back, the wide receiver is going. Hit triangle, triangle. Man him up on the inside wide receiver circle, and this is how the play art is gonna look. I'm gonna stay on that defensive tackle, so I don't wanna just stay, you know, right there. Matter of fact, move him over right there because I got him in a spy. Now we're gonna bring that guy in motion.
Yup.
You see? Now look at the corner route, the crossing route. You see, there's nothing open. So you pretty much got to look at your opponent's play art and adjust to the play art, right? So I'm in a cover 3, right? So being that I'm in a cover 3, I can also man up certain people, right? So I can hit triangle, triangle, triangle again, man him up on the slot wide receiver, right? I can hit triangle, triangle again, X, man up the tight end. You see, now I got my coverage looking like this, and bring down some of my guys. Now I know for a fact I can't get beat deep. There's all kind of things you can do. You can hit right twice again, square. You know, you got this guy manned up, but your play art, your opponent thinks you're in a a regular cover 3, but you're not. You're in a zone and man coverage. And what I'll do is, if I got those guys manned up, I'll just lurk with my safety. I'll bring him down in the box like this, and just make sure nothing comes behind me like this. If I know for a fact that I got everybody else manned up too, I can cheat right here. I can follow anything coming across here. Then I can jump back in the coverage like this right here. So I'm just going to show you, like I said, I'm working 2 controllers. Let me hike the ball. See if I can get anything open. See? You see, now I'm going across right here. Now your opponent can't make a read. By the time you make a read, he's set. You had a guy open on it. You had a guy open. I think my tight end was open. But by the time you really make a read, you know what I'm saying, you're stacked. Let's make one. Let's do one more formation. Let's come out in. Matter of fact, let's do this. So, pick another formation. And that was a good formation to pick because it had so many wide receivers. A lot of people run tight press set, so let's get into one of my favorite formations. So I know for a fact tight offset has 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. So on the play call screen, it's going to show 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. So when I see that, let's pick one of my favorite plays, the Y out. And like I said, 3-4 is so versatile. But if you want to match personnel with personnel, you come out in big nickel. Let's pick cover 3 match.
Cut. Right.
Whenever I see a compressed set, I know for a fact that a corner route is coming. It should be a given, right? So what I want to do is I want to hit triangle, triangle, because I got T.Y. Hilton on my side, and square's in a deep blue on that side. So I want to hit square, and I know for a fact that a deep route, corner route is coming. I want to put him in an outside quarter, you know, to cover. Then I want to press, right? And what I want to do, if I know for a fact that, you know, that route is coming, I know for a fact, 100% that route is coming. I'm gonna, you know, one of these guys right here. I can jam him at the line of scrimmage, right? Depending on which way he's going. If he's going on the drag route, I'll press him right here, get my hands on him. Then I'll drop back and help my cornerback in this area right here, right? But it all depends on, you know, what you see coming. So, like let's say for instance, I know for a fact that the cornerback, the corner route is coming. All right, so what most people do on a play like this, they'll drag their tight end, block the running back. So it looked like this. I hit triangle, triangle again. Put my other, put this guy right here in an outside quarter as well, just in case the corner route coming on this side. And I'll use this guy, so I'm gonna hike the ball, and I'm just gonna show you what I was talking about, as far as like jamming the wide receiver. It's kind of hard to do because I'm running two controllers. So see, well, I almost jammed him. You see, I had the route covered, but we're gonna get into an instant replay. So, and if you look closely, like I mean, everything was just locked up, right? So let's get a better angle. So let's go in slow motion for a second. So I try to jam him at the line of scrimmage, but being that he's going on a quick drag route, it's kind of hard. Now you see, my cornerback on the left hand side, he's sitting down on that route. So if you throw it right there, then he's going to jump it. And I had anything else coming across, like my tight end, he was coming out on a little drag route. He can have that, but if it's like 3rd and long, 4th and long, and you choose to throw that drag route, okay, fine, cool. It is what it is. Like you can have that because, you know, it's 4th down, baby. So especially if he needs to score and, you know, a touchdown for the win. So like I said, that's how you would stop that corner route. You see that cornerback is just sitting there, just waiting on it. Look at it. I mean, you're not going to be able to make that throw because he's going to jump that. I don't care how good the wide receiver is. It could be Julio Jones. It could be whoever. But we can get into like a little bit of run defense. I know a lot of guys, you know, need run defense. So we can come out and everybody's running 3-4. But there's other ways, other plays you can run. But this playbook has 3-4, so we can come out in 3-4. And a lot of people think like this cover 4 drop 2 chest down the run. Every time I go against it, I eat it up as far as running. But we can come out in a good play that stops it. You can come out in a pinch dog 2. You can come out in a cover 2 sink. That kind of works for me. You can also come out in cover 3. Any play but the cover 4 drop show 2. Let's come out in the cover 2 sink. That's the play I normally pick. Let's come out in an I-form formation. Let's run like a see if they got a stretch. They got a halfback toss. So we can come out in that play. And what did I do? Let's get back into it. Sorry about that. So what I do, I base the line and I press. If I know for a fact that he's trying to hit me with a stretch or a toss, I'll just spread my D line. And and if you got time, you can move out these safeties, and you're going to be using one of these linebackers. You can also edge rush, slant outside. I'm just going to hike the ball, and I'm just going to get on one of these kind of linemen, down linemen, and that toss play is just going to get eaten up. So I'm just going to hike the ball and just let the computer do what they do. You see, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. Why? Because you spread your D line, but there's ways around this. You could all he had to do is just run the ball up the middle, right? So let's baseline press again.
Bravo.
Baseline press. Spread my D line. Slant outside. Move this guy out just a tad bit. Gonna hike the ball. You see? He's just getting meat there, like, but
Ready. 10.
this is
That's
how
it.
you would beat something like that if you know for a fact that the guy's spreading his D line. You would just run the ball up the middle, but you got to anticipate what he's doing. If most guys gonna run counter or toss or stretch, so I'm gonna baseline press again, spread my D line. Let's say he's running the ball up the middle now. So now y'all playing cat and mouse with each other. So that's how you win Madden. That's how you win games. So let's get into the FB dodge
22,
strong.
jet bomber.
You see now I'm running the ball up the middle. I should get positive yards, but this is practice mode. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Just in practice mode, everybody's on steroids in practice mode. I mean, block sheds are crazy, and then you get X factors in practice mode, which is ridiculous. So we can hike the ball.
Ready.
You see, if I had a faster fullback, that was a touchdown. It's all about playing cat and mouse with your opponent. The video is already kind of long, but we can do like pretty much a summary of what we talked about. If you want to make any adjustments on your linebackers, you would hit right on the D-pad twice and just look at your adjustments. You want to make adjustments for your D-line, you would hit left on the D-pad twice and just follow your adjustments. You want to make adjustments on your defensive backs, your cornerbacks, your safeties. You want to hit triangle twice and follow your defensive line adjustments, with defensive adjustments on your cornerbacks. If you want to man up certain guys, you just, whoever you want to man up. You want to man up your linebacker on a guy, you hit right twice. You want to man up one of your cornerbacks or DBs, you would hit triangle twice and follow your defensive adjustments. You want to put your defensive lineman in a spy, your linebackers on a spy, any of that, you just got to bring up the icon and select which adjustments that you want to make. I gave you guys a little bit of run D, what we talked about, paying attention to your personnel, matching personnel with personnel. So if I see somebody coming out with 3 wide receivers, I'm going nickel. Make your sub in your slowest linebackers, put in your fast linebackers. You can sub in your fastest cornerbacks, sub in your fastest safeties. On your depth chart, you can also do amongst other things. But I'm about to get into another defensive tutorial video on how to make less fumbles, match personnel with personnel. So I gave you guys some run D. The video is already too long, but it is what it is. A lot of people don't know about these adjustments. But this your boy Rome, aka the Young Madden OG, man. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I hope this video helps you guys take your Madden game to another level. And I'm out. Let's get it.